That's why you got, okay, we'll even go to, let's even, I love him to death. Respect him, don't know him a day in my life. Let's go with Young Thug. Young Thug rapping, making his money, and all of a sudden the folk come and kick his door in, lock him up for a RICO act. How you think they got them charges on it? A motherfucker done told. Somebody that's close to him done told. All this shit, and now he got some more charges, I heard. Mm-hmm. So, we don't think about, as people, we don't think about the consequences. We know we're going to jail. Okay, well, we know we're going to jail. We get caught. But when them folk look at you and tell you, oh, you facing this? We ain't talking about state now. He got a state charge right now. But I promise you and I guarantee you the Fed's going to pick it up. I promise you that. And the Feds have what they call conspiracy. Word of mouth.
Shit.
Ain't no direct proof or I caught you with this. Well, such and such said this, such and such said that, which is a fucked up law. They came up with that conspiracy shit for John Gotti.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about Sammy the Bull, say he was a snitch. Do you know why Sammy the Bull started talking? Because John Gotti and them didn't look out for him when he was locked up. They didn't pay for his lawyers. They went to bad mouthing him and shit like that. So the man was like, why the fuck am I gonna stand up? I done did all this shit for these people and they ain't doing shit for me to help me out. So I'm on my own. Self for self when it come to that. But you got, just like I say, I met a guy, young boy, the last time I had to go for my probation violation. The boy was 23 or 24 years old. He was with, what that gang is. Damn, I can't think of the name of the gang. But he was with a gang. The boy stood up. His gang members testified against him. The boy, 25 years old, they get this boy a 30-year sentence. Ooh. Feds, you got to do 27 on a 30-year sentence. So I'm looking at this little young boy, I'm like, man, you finna do more time than you been living. Mm. Think about that. You doing more time than you've been alive off of somebody else saying that you did this. They didn't catch you, but you got people saying you did this.
When your partner Julius died, what was going through your mind then, and what were the circumstances surrounding his death?
I was supposed to be with Julius when he got killed. Mm. I was supposed to be in Detroit when he got killed. But I said, you go handle whatever you got to handle. I'm going to stay here because, again, I'm in the street.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about money.
Yeah.
So the night before the day of, the night he got killed, I spoke with him that day. Mm. And he was like, well, I'm going to stay another night. I'm like, well, you're supposed to be back. What's going on? He said, well, I got some loose ends to tie up. Mm. Next thing I know, I get a call saying he got murdered. That Rolex that Eric mentioned, I bought that for him. Mm. Just out of being able to, just out of appreciation for looking out for me, to putting me to where I was that day.
Yeah.
As far as finances. They didn't rob him. They didn't take nothing out of his pocket. It was a hit. Mm. Then they found a gun that was registered and bought in Georgia. So guess what? That's somebody in the circle. They killed him. That's somebody in the circle. Woo!
Because he was in Detroit.
He was in Detroit.
And we were open that night. So we in the club, and they just start going through the club. They telling us he got killed. And everybody's like, oh shit! Like,
Again,
what happened?
I wasn't dealing with the Phoenix because I wasn't the face of the club. Julius was the face of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, everybody in the club, we didn't know nothing about none of the streets. Mm-hmm. We had some suspicion because you know you always say like, wow, how these these black all these brothers got this money and we operating, but we were making money.
Getting that MIE. Getting that MIE.
So we were making money. We didn't know. We had no idea how things were happening. I had an idea because I used to do timesheets. Like my job, I do the timesheets. I was assistant floor manager. I used to be outside picking who got to come in, that kind of stuff. You know, booking acts, all the fun shit, right? So, you know, I was doing time cards, or at the end of the night, I might help count the receipts. You know, we put the money in the safe, and it might say, okay, we made $35,000 that night, right? But then you come back maybe a day later, and that money's still in there, but that receipt now don't say 35. It say 45.
Yeah.
I used to be like, wow. Okay. Now, you know, I don't know. I'm fresh out of college. I don't know none of this shit, right? I don't know nothing about, but I did know, you know, how everybody used to launder money back in the day. It was rim shops, car washes, and clubs.
Yeah.
And so that's what was going on there, you know. But we never had any idea what level. Like, none of us knew that worked there, kind of what he was doing in the street. We knew we had to take care of Dre when he came in. He treated everybody great. He'd bring food, drinks, everybody. You know, he might come to me like, hey, y'all want some crab legs? He ordered crab legs from Magic City. They bring them over. You know, 2 o'clock in the morning, he ordering food for us, drink. You know, he took care of everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, we showed him nothing but the utmost respect because, one, he was an owner. And, you know, if you needed something, you could go to him.